self is going. Consciousness is not that I'm learning something that I didn't know. Consciousness is me remembering. Consciousness does not be learning, son. Consciousness is me remembering. And when we're speaking of remembering, speaking of memory, we speaking of very different aspects of the soul. It's memories, things that's happened before, or things we've known. Um, I would say before or always. But spirituality, again, like I said, my own experience basically. I was born in IT. Um, so spirituality, like I said, is everywhere. But you will find it big a lot. That's why you'll always find villagers live different from people who live in modern society or around too much artificial technology. You'll find villagers live more different. They live by more natural principles. And it's the land that provides in that to them being in that environment, they are right there within their own emanation of being or their own emanation in this reality or in this physical reality. So you'll find more spirituality in those places no matter what the race is. They just trying to define it in a way that their mind can process it down. That's why we as melanated people, we different from other people. The way white people can define nature is only to a certain extent they can get to. The way we can define nature, we can go to the divine essence of nature. So it's a whole different from it. That's why you get they got their own stuff too from the Greek mythologies and all this stuff. They got their own stuff, and they just speaking of nature on how they trying to break it down on what it is. Cause let's get into the natural habitat. The first thing we do when we can wake up in the morning, we eat, brush our teeth, water, take care of our body, hygiene. Everything we take care of our body from come from what? Nature. Um, water to drink. If you work to provide for your family, and what you provide for your family is a safe haven, which is probably a house. That house didn't come from outer space. It come from right here. Your mind had to process, and it's your mind that had to figure the language on how to take the woods or from the tree and all of this, or blocks or bricks, anything that come from the ground, and to make it what it is. So it's actually us which is inventing all the things which is in nature. It's not animals inventing them. The animals live in their own divine aspect of life. We as human beings, which got a brain that we can create, we can invent. We not going into the essence of what to invent. We just inventing, just to invent. So it ain't nothing just to invent. It's either is inventing in its natural habitat or in its divine aspect, or is else is destroying. It's a balance. It's energy. Everything is built on it. This is what we call spirituality. Everything is built on it. So that's why I want to bring it to that wide aspect of it's everywhere, but it's just defined by the environment or how the different people or the different entities, because we as human beings, damn it, let's how many times we are spirit in this vast universe, damn it. We are in a vast universe, an infinite one. So if you're in the infinite space, we not living in time. So it's only your present consciousness that defines to you what time is and when is your time. The only time there is when I'm done from this space and to go somewhere else. That's the only time for me. There is no other time. I don't live by a clock. That's why these people can change clock the way they want. Change time from BC, which means before common era, into a space, into a time of that's the whatever of their Lord, basically. Like I can't. So even for me to open my mouth and say I'm this age, It's basically like saying I'm this age in the dimension of whoever changed that clock or the time that I have to live by. Because physically, if I don't go into the whatever on what to transcend, on what time and what reality and what space is and what all of this is, I am truly living by this crap. You can't have that. So so my experience with spirituality has to come since the first time I come out the womb, damn it. Before I even come out. So, that's why so much mysteries behind childbirth or behind when women carrying children and so much attacks. No matter if the woman was in spirituality, like that's why now let's stop being scared. She don't gotta live in Africa or in Haiti or someplace where people like more into knowing how to transfer the energy of nature into spiritual things. That's what magic is. You got to put all this thing in the proper aspect. Magic is a thing of spirituality. It don't define the whole thing. Um, what else? That's why it's so many things. There's palm reading. That probably nose reading. Your nose shape a certain way because nigga, and it is, huh? Oh yeah, it's eye reading. There's sun reading. Everything around you, the stones, everything is emanate in the divine. So everything which is we ourselves is within that whole consciousness or that whole a primordial consciousness basically, or how people define it as the primordial soul. Um, but it's so much way, and that is the thing. Like I be trying, like not be trying to tell people when I had to realize since a child what was Vodun or what was my ancestors and what was different from just it's a realm just like it's earth and the lion is eating a damn antelope and the damn bear is chasing another one. There's time when they in harmony with themselves, but there's time when it's a nature of them. All that goes. So in the spiritual realm too, I gotta come to that aspect. It's a realm and it's actually infinite. And earth is just a little manifestation of it. Just like science trying to tell us, it's just 1% of the whole nothing. Because you can't say the whole thing. There is no thing. It's just 1% of the whole nothing, and now we can realize it with Earth because we live and we die. That means we live on this Earth for a little specific times, then we go beyond. That process of coming back here is just it's all on the individual while they living. Basically, yeah. It's all on the individual while they living. That's why our ancestors used to be deified when they passed. Because they done transcend most of the aspect of life that we today we dying about. We still want to kill each other because it make me feel gangster, nigga. Nah, I'm sorry. Like you probably call me weak. I'll move away from you if you try me or something. Go ahead. Not because I'm afraid of you sometimes, but sometimes it's really like I know me. I'm not afraid of you, but sometimes I'm afraid of myself. Cause I know 24 hours of the day that I am who I am. I know 24 hours of the day that me right now, I am in a vast universe. I am in an infinite universe. And there is no time before me. I'm present. That's why breath is so important when you do breath work because it allows you to be present. Your mind stop going in a bunch of different every time like you sitting and it's like your mind has been a million places and you done realize that you were staring at one place for a minute. It's like your mind was just in a million different realms without being present in this very one. So it's a lot to it. And um Still ain't getting to the but when I came to realize it is basically when I was born, it was some marveling that stuff going on. Um it was some marveling stuff going on. Um because and the thing I gotta say with spirituality is too, you dealing with raw power. Energy is not in the realm of good and evil and none of that. It's just energy. Is defined the energy like I said again, the energy is defined by the individual. It is the individual in they motive and they